In progress.
All right, so we're recording and we're probably going on to Facebook in a moment too. So I'll just check the Facebook. I'll turn it on. Back to basics. And next Sunday, no, not next Sunday, the Sunday after next in Europe, the clocks go forward. But back to basics stays on the same time. It's now pinned to Navadip time. Okay, dear devotees, back to basics. That's 4 days ago. And that's today, all right. So it's good to turn on. Dear devotees, oops, back to basics. That's 4 days ago. And that's today. All right. So now we know it isn't exactly live on Facebook. All right, dear devotees, we've come together. Let us begin this time with all the verses of not all the verses, no, there are 4 verses of Vandanam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuttapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavangscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitang Tang Sajivam Sarvetam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Param Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitangscha Om Gyan Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshuran Militam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Vanchakalpatrubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvijay Namaha Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So welcome to you all. Savitri, Jason, Paramananda Prabhu, Mayashri Devirasi, Nasa, Sevarupa Devirasi, and the Thai Sri Govinda Farm, Brahmachari twins. And on Facebook, Bimal Krishna on Facebook, but you're on Facebook, so we can't hear your voice, but we're happy to know that you're there. And Tungarasa Devirasi, we know she's at work, and that's why she's probably on Facebook, so we don't interrupt her from her work. All right, so wherever we are, whatever we're doing, let us always try to remember the holy name. Not only the holy name, but in Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explains the Maha Mantra and then tells everybody, chant the holy name always. There's no other thing to chant. Whatever you do, and then you all know whether you are eating, whether you're sleeping, so it actually says resting. You're sleeping, resting, or you're awake and moving around, we need to be chanting Hare Krishna. So that means now. Also, whatever we do, quietly going on inside of us is Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And I'm in London, as I think all of you know perhaps, I'm in London, the Sri Chaitanya Saraswati, the London temple. And Devashish Prabhu, maybe you are all students, is giving classes once a week on Bhagavad Gita. And he was shocked when he asked devotees, oh, no, it wasn't the Gita class, though. It was Okay, Devashishu came yesterday and gave the Gita class, but we were talking, touching base, as it were. And he was shocked that in his recent japa workshop, he asked the devotees, okay, so who knows the 10 offenses? Okay, who knows the first offense? And he was really shocked that all the devotees, including the old and wise, they were stumbling on the 10 offenses to the holy name. So we'll help Devashishu along with his japa reform, or whatever the name of the class was, but japa reform, something like this. It was a class he gave. And we'll help him along by really requesting everybody to fulfill the very first instruction that's been given to us on receiving the holy name, to learn the 10 offenses and avoid them. So anyway, I can say in the London temple that now everyone's shocked. This morning, so yesterday, actually the day before yesterday, we said to the devotees, okay, let's help the japa reform workshop, whatever the Devashishu gave. Let's help it happen. Come together in the main Prasadam hall where they're giving the classes. Also, come together 5 a.m., 1 hour before the 6 a.m. arati, and chant at least 4 rounds and chant your Gayatri. So I can say happily that yesterday and today it has happened. And when we were in Thailand, we also encouraged devotees in this way. When we were in India, we encourage devotees this way. So when we're together, it's easier. And of course, when we're at home, it's more difficult. So it comes down to our own self-discipline, I suppose. Discipline sounds a bit harsh, but our own self-encouragement to try to give our specific time for chanting and for making sure we do know the 10 offenses and positively thinking about those offenses and doing the opposite. Really, it is necessary. Why has it been stressed by our gurus? Why has it been stressed in the scripture? And why aren't we chanting in ecstasy? We are not chanting in ecstasy, as Gurudev and Guru Maharaj both point out, because we are making offense, knowingly or unknowingly. So we can't think, I've been a devotee for 100 years. I don't need to know the 10 offenses. Because we do need to know the 10 offenses. So am I going to ask you? No, I won't ask you today. But I can ask you next time. Oh, please come to the back to basics. Don't go think, no. If I join the back to basics, Madhusudan is going to be the monster that he always was, and he's going to test us. But in 10 words, Vaishnava Vishnu, Guru Shastra, exaggeration, mundane, sin, piety, faithless, undue material attachment, despite all one's heard from the scripture and the sadhus. That's one word. So it's only 10 words, but of course, just to be able to say the 10 words doesn't mean to say that now we're chanting purely. We do have to think about it. And as you know, Upadesamrtam, only 6 things to remember. 6 words for verse 1, 6 words for verse 2, 6 words for verse 3, 6 words for verse 4 coming up, 3 words for verse 5, 3 words for verse 6. Verse 7 is just wonderful. Just 8 is most wonderful. 9, more than most wonderful. 10 is most wonderful, plus. And 11 is Mamma Mia. There you are. Now you've learned now you've learned Upadesamrita. At least the framework, the skeleton on which the body of the book is made. So, today, does anyone have any question? And if you do have a question on Facebook, you can type it in, because today I do have the Facebook on and working. Hare Krishna. How's Jason? Jason, we're happy to see you. How is your devotional life? Are you remembering Krishna? Or anything we can do to help you remember Krishna? Anything you can do to help us remember Krishna? Something that has inspired you, perhaps? Govinda. It's all very quiet. But Seva has put a chat in the chat box. And so, Seva, would you like to read what you put? Say where it's from, who is speaking? I haven't read what you put. I only saw you put something.
Okay, Dandavats, Gurudev, Dandavats, all devotees. It's just a quote from Revealed Truth. I think this is Srila Gurudev on the topic of chanting and the offenses. So it says, Gurudev says, in the age of Kali, it is only necessary to chant the Lord's holy name without offense. The first directive is chant Hare Krishna. Later, chanting without offense will come to us. If people think that chanting Hare Krishna is for their own benefit, then they will accept the process. But later, when they find that they are not getting the full result of chanting, and they think about why they are not getting the full result, they will search for the fault in their chanting. They will search through the 10 offenses to the holy name to find their fault and then try to leave that offense. They will see that they have to chant for Krishna's satisfaction and not for their own satisfaction. They will see through personal reflection that they are chanting for themselves, and then they will try to correct their fault and chant for Krishna's satisfaction. Jai Gurudev.
And really, this is so beautiful, because initially we are coming to Krishna consciousness because we feel, relief from the world. I am getting relief. I have some hope. But Srila Gurudev then is changing our gearbox, putting our gearbox to a different channel. And that is our chanting is for Krishna, not for us. And this is also part of our surrender. We are going to do things for Krishna. So it is surrender to chant the holy name. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur's comments, you heard about Upadesamrita. The first 2 verses of Upadesamrita are giving us the urges to control and then what not to do. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying, this is not actually devotion, but it's the surrender which is needed for the devotion to grow. It's a measure of our surrender. If we cannot give up, if we cannot control the urge of speech, the urge of mind, the urge of anger, that doesn't mean we then, that if we can, that we're devotional. We have to be in a normal level, if you like, for the devotional part to be able to flourish, to make a suitable soil. And so similarly, we have to also see that the 10 offenses, they're to be avoided. And it's not that we are chanting the name for ourselves. We have to chant the name in devotion. And so the offenses are us doing things which are, for ourselves, if you like, because each of these offenses is to do with our nature in the material world. But when we can chant for Krishna, when we can make our positive devotional side, then we have hope. And by the way, I got very, very sweet feedback from different devotees, and we are getting very sweet feedback. But today one devotee sending very sweet feedback about how what we are doing together, then this is reminding us exactly of why we came to Krishna consciousness and giving us the fuel to keep on going. And this is an important thing, because we can easily be enthusiastic and then stop, but actually we're always learning how to improve, and am I doing what is meant to be done? This excerpt that Sevarupa has given is for us all, because all of us, we are all trying to chant purely and trying to chant with the proper attitude. And here Gurudev, little bit in his way he does, gently, but giving us a little slap. You're doing it for yourself. Do it for Krishna. So many things we think for ourselves, but Krishna, he wants our heart. He wants us to do things for him. Our surrender can be measured by giving up the four regulative principles, or 5 regulative principles, as is pointed out. This also is in that category that Bhaktivinoda Thakur is describing and saying about how it's not in itself devotion, but it is showing as part of our surrender, and we need to be surrendered. This is the basis on which devotional service takes place. So we're always being nudged to correct our own thinking, to give proper attention to all of these things which constitute surrender. And not our time, but the time when many devotees came and regularly, weekly, joining the temple, engaging in activities, book distribution. Then devotees coming, they have to immediately follow no illicit sex, no gambling, no intoxication, no meat eating. They give up these things. They come to the temple. They know that there's a better life, but that must be maintained. But this was Srila Prabhupada also making this insistence, so that the devotees, they will come and they will lead a devotional life with a good foundation. So he was strict on these matters, and we must be also strict on these matters, not just when we join, then we start to be good boys and girls, but after we join, we must keep the maintenance to maintain. Hare Krishna. And then good tips. We always need good tips. And here's a question from Tungarasa Devidasi. Sometimes we may also look to the negative side. If I leave this campaign, then with what am I to be satisfied? So this is a quote. This is a quote from the Upadesamrtam Illumination by Srila Guru Maharaj. So, at the beginning I saw only 2 lines. Now I see there's more. Okay, so this is Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Sridhar Maharaj, giving commentary, illumination in Sri Upadesamrtam. Sometimes we may also look to the negative side. then thinking, if I leave this campaign, then with what am I to be satisfied? This mortal world? Should I aspire after that? No, 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 never. I'm reading what's here. This is what Guru Maharaj said. No, 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 never. So, whether I get him, capital H, Krishna, or not, I have no other alternative but to go forward to the Lord of my conception. I cannot go back. I cannot be satisfied with the elements of the mortal world. I must seek the truth, eternity, and happiness. My goodness. So that's what we may think by looking to the negative side. But Srila Guru Maharaj continues, this is Guru Maharaj's way of saying, virtue is its own reward. Virtue is its own reward. We should not be virtuous for the sake of something else. That I am on the real path, searching for the truth, is its own reward. With this capital, we must go forward. We are searching after truth, eliminating falsehood. We are searching after truth, eliminating falsehood, dismissing all scent of falsehood. We are going forward. That is the reward. Such virtue is its own reward. And how did you know that I was thinking about this earlier today? But this expression was in my mind. I wasn't looking for it, but it was in my mind in the case of some correspondence, some devotee at the moment. I'm just going to take a screenshot so that I don't have to go looking hard to find it later on. There you go. As we know, sometimes we get answers, often we get answers to questions, we get answers for devotees also who are asking us questions, and we're thinking, how would Gurudev reply? How would Guru Maharaj reply? And so here I have one answer for today for some devotee. And it's Guru Maharaj always giving us positive, truthful, happy, affectionate, serious information. It's not whimsical. So many things in this world for being given as a solution to the world, how to feel better, what you should do with your life, improve your life, do this, do that. This is from verse 3, Tongarasa Devirasi says. So today's verse. Hare Krishna. Seva Rupa's at work. Hare Krishna. Nothing like getting paid to listen to Krishna consciousness, is there? No, she's giving us another Seva Rupa in the chat of the Zoom. Sharanagati. Oh, yes, now Sharanagati. You see, all of this is linked together. The Bhagavad Gita, Upadesamrtam, the Sharanagati and what is Sharanagati, and all of it is fully linked together. And here Sharanagati 1 to 4. This song is based on the 7th verse of Srila Rupa Goswami Prabhu's Sri Upadesamrtam. Okay, I'm going to pass the microphone, even though you're at work. Say, Varupa, can you just say, first of all, what do you mean, Saranagati 1 to 4?
Oh, sorry. It is, well, it's from the Kirtan Search site. And so on here, it's got 4 verses of the song. I think there's a few
Sharanagati
songs.
is
Yeah.
50 kirtans. So this must
Oh,
be
so
one of the kirtans.
yeah. So this one
Oh,
is one. I just can't see which page. It's 8. So maybe, but it looks like towards the end. Hari He. Yeah. But I think there's just 4 verses to this kirtan. But no, sorry.
it's okay. So anyway, please, oh no, what have I done? So please read it so that we can hear. Now I can't see anything. Okay, come back.
So, so at the bottom it says the song is based on the 7th verse of Srila Rupa Goswami Prabhu, Sri Upadesamrita. So the first verse is saying, "O Lord, I have forgotten you, and my tongue has been afflicted with the jaundice of ignorance. Engrossed in mundane pleasures, my tongue does not like the nectar of Krishna's name. Yet, if I faithfully chant the name every day, then as sugar candy eradicates jaundice, so my taste for the name will gradually develop, O Lord. My misfortune is that I have never had faith in the name. O merciful Lord, how will the 10 offences, my misfortune, be destroyed? As I constantly chant your name, my offenses will gradually go away by your mercy. I will attain taste for your name, and I will relish your name's nectar."
Okay, now we understand what's happening. So what's the first line in Bengali? Hari Hey, what?
Yes. It says Hari Hey. Let me just go up there. Tomare Bulia, Avidya Piraya.
I expect
Pirita
Paramananda
Rasna.
already knew what that verse is going to be.
Yes, I'm sure.
Yeah. And you will find in Prapana Jivanamritam every verse of Upadeshamritam also, and you will find in Bhaktivinoda Thakur Sharanagati every verse of Upadeshamrita. I'm pretty sure I'm correct in saying that. Paramananda Prabhu, please share a little bit. And that is correct, is it not? That certainly, yeah, I'm pretty sure that both Sharanagati of Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Shishi Prapana Jivanamritam of Guru Maharaj both have all 11 verses of Upadeshamritam throughout their text. Paramananda Prabhu, good evening. Good evening,
yes,
late at night.
Quite an evening here, so my brain doesn't really work well. And by the way, nice to see Bimal Krishna Prabhu. He moved from Facebook pages to the Zoom.
So we think he is going to have something to say in a moment, yes.
I'm quite sure about it. Also, I would love to hear from 2 brahmacharis. We haven't heard from them for a while. But since you started talking, actually, and really that just confirms how there's this special subtle plane where somehow devotees do connect by their hearts. I've been thinking about the 7th verse of Upadesamrtam, and I was quite surprised that Devarupa pulled this song related to 7th verse, because that's naturally your mind goes there when you hear something like that. the conversation about the holy name and our inability to chant it properly, then automatically you go to Rupa Goswami. It's very hopeful what he is saying. He understands the difficulty of the practitioners clearly, which is quite surprising by itself, because being a fully liberated soul and the residents of a completely different plane, he knows the sweetness and he knows the greatness and he knows the beauty of the names. And yet, he also knows that it's very difficult for the residents of this plane to feel that sweetness, beauty, and love. And he's saying, just like you're sick sometimes with jaundice, and I mean, I've been sick with jaundice several times, mostly in India. And it is, I mean, we're taking different medications, obviously, but yes, if you taste a sugar or, sugar, whatever, it tastes very bitter, which is quite surprising, shockingly surprising when I find out for the first time, because with your mind, it's sweet substance. It's perhaps the sweetest substance there is, but when you taste it, suddenly it becomes bitter. And it's a perfect comparison. There's nothing more sweet than Krishna in any of his form, especially in this age and in the most easily accessible form and easiest practice there is. And it's full of sweetness and beauty and everything. And yet we are not feeling that sweetness. So he's saying, what's the verse? Syat Krishna nama charitadi sitapa vidya pitopatapta rasanasya narochikanu kim adarat anudinam kalu saiva justus vadvikraman bhavadidat kadamudakantri. So the medicine for that affliction is to continue taking the holy name, regardless of how you feel. Which is, again, also surprising. And that's the Ayurvedic remedy for the jaundice. You just keep taking that sugar candy, along with maybe something else, but one of the medicines. And then gradually, the sweetness becoming more prominent. And then you understand, oh, I thought it was bitter, but actually, it's sweet. So it's just a matter of time, Rupa Goswami is saying. So don't be discouraged. Keep going. Keep doing it. And sometimes there is no enthusiasm, obviously. No desire. Because that's kind of natural for us to lose enthusiasm, to lose inspiration, to lose faith, and the faith becomes feeble, weak over the time due to lack of association or due to bad association. But if we keep going and try to avoid the offenses, that's how Maharaj started. And even though we know the offenses, intuitively we're trying to avoid the offense. Somehow it's built in by the grace of our guardians, understanding of the offenses, what is good and what is not good, while chanting the holy name, serving the holy name. But it's still good to remember. I'm having difficulty with numbering them, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maharaj is really good at it. But I promise I will do the 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, exactly following each other. But at least we know the first one. First one is very important, really, because it is by the grace of those personalities we should try to avoid offending. We're getting the holy name. And any understanding about how to practice, how to chant, how to serve the glories of the holy name, anything coming from them. So of course that makes perfect sense. Yes, it is the first and perhaps the most important offense to avoid, not to avoid Vaishnava, Sadhu, Guru. I'll keep that in mind. And not just that, not just avoid offense. Oh, I didn't do anything for them. No, serve to them. Because if you can just say, oh, I'm just minding my business, not avoiding anybody, but there is some service necessity and you're not doing that, that actually goes into a subtle category of the offenses too. Not to take, again, we were talking about the broader vision of everything. Every instruction have a broader application. So we have to remember that. Just avoiding is not enough. And Srila Rupa Goswami himself points that out. Service. Krishna in Bhagavad Gita points that out. Service. Through the service you can get that connection. That is your bridge. That is your link. Without that, nothing is possible. You can inquire as much as you want. You can inquire life after life after life. It's not going to take you anywhere. But if you inquire with a surrendered mood, and again, bringing why Sharanagati? Because Upadesamrtam is a book of Sharanagati. Why Guru Maharaj including Paramananda? It's a book of Sharanagati. Everything is about Sharanagati in Krishna consciousness. There's not a theme to discuss, especially for us. So it's naturally happening that way. So each offense have way broader application, and we have to try to understand it, not just to remember it and number it, but also to understand a bit deeper applications in our life as practitioners. Yes, now Bimal Krishna Prabhu is very ready to say something.
Jai. Yes, Bimal Krishna Prabhu, would you like to? Yes.
Dandavat Maharaj, Dandavats to all the devotees. Happy to see you all. No, I think like the whole theme here, I mean, we all have things going on in our own personal lives, and I think a lot of my questions or a lot of the things I'm going through are actually I'm getting answers. I'm finding answers here, listening to you all, and I think in the beginning, Krishna consciousness, it can seem it's very exciting and very sweet, and I think as we go on through the years, it can be very trying, at times, and that's kind of where I'm at the moment. Is just really, dealing with my anarthas. I have really deep-rooted anarthas that come up, and I'm not in direct association with devotees, and this is a way I can be around devotees, and so I have to sometimes do things on my own, to some degree. I mean, I try to catch classes and read, and but we all have to deal with our own demons, if you will, or whatever, and so I'm just trying to surrender. I guess my question, I guess, would be like, I mean, I know the answers theoretically, but like when you're going through things, it's very real, or it appears to be very real, and it can be a challenge, and I'm just curious, Maharaj or Paramananda Prabhu or anybody who just, like, what do you do when you're feeling very distant from Gurudev or from Krishna, or, sometimes you're feeling powerless, or, just trying. I mean, I carry on. I know that's all I can do is carry on. But sometimes these things come to us, and we go through ups and downs. But anyway, I just like I said, I have been getting a lot of beautiful answers here, and that's how I know that they're not as far as I think maybe they are, is because I keep being brought into association, and I keep hearing these answers that are coming and stuff. So anyway, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm not trying to be a sob, I'm not, like, we all have these battles, and it's something I'll get through. But anyway, being here with you all is helping me tremendously already. And anyway, my dandavats to you all. And I would also like to hear from the brahmacharis, if that's possible.
Okay. Thank you for the reminder. Anyway, just something came in my mind, Bimal Krishna, also, and I can make a suggestion. I can give a thought for you. You are not directly with so many devotees or devotees nearby, as you say, but you can try making some programs, inviting people, and just having some people come, like interested people, to put out something out in the ether in your local area. Come by for some Hari Katha. What we say? Hari Kirtan, Hari Katha, and Hari Prasadam. Come for a happy hour in wherever wherever it is that you can advertise as an attractive place to come to. You live in a house or a flat?
Yeah, I live in a house, Maharaj.
Oh, so you can make lots of noise without disturbing the neighbors. When you live in a flat, you've got people all around. You can invite people and just see if somebody comes. And in Bangkok, we have Aparajita Devirasi, and she's also without association, but she puts out these flyers on Facebook and this, that, and the other. And people turn up, 1, 2, 1, 2. And it's quite life-giving to be able to share Krishna consciousness with others. So it's something you can think, how to reach out locally so that you can make some devotees or sincere devoted kind of people nearby. As you share with them, that is also a form of nourishment. It's a thought while you're speaking.
Well, answering another question then for me, Maharaj, because that's I've had a similar thought, but it's nothing I really wanted to engage on my own, like my own idea. But hearing you say that will give me some encouragement and inspiration, and then we'll see. I was actually getting an acupuncture treatment 2 days ago, and I was actually talking to the girl there who was performing that stuff, and I was speaking to her about some of Guru Maharaj's message, and so maybe it's already kind of starting in some way. So thank you, Maharaj. Dandavat.
Okay, just a thought.
Jai.
Hare Krishna. And yes, Sri Brahmacharis, the Brahmacharis of Thailand, please share something from your devotional life. Devotion means service, not to just lying down and not just to surrender and lie down, but to surrender and serve. So we've got 2 active serving brahmacharis, and let's hear what they may share with us today.
We're really trying to keep up our morning and evening programs under the guidance of Srila Gurudev, Srila Guru Maharaj, and Srila Prabhupada. Always, it became a tradition for us, always watching some video or listening some audio. And it's really amazing. It's really hard to stop. We could listen the whole day but we cannot listen the whole day. We have another things to do. But anyway, today we listen to Srila Guru Maharaj, and there's this question this devotee did in the lines of if some guru like lost his way or something, and the disciple doesn't see cannot see that. And Srila Guru Maharaj answer in the lines of we are responsible for our own actions, and it seems like a hard message, but right next this message he give us this really famous verse that this Tatenu Kampang Shukshamek Shamano. That's really amazing verse that is telling us about that everything that's going on around us in the environment, it's for helping us. The environment is friendly, and Krishna is really trying to heartless helping us. And everything, if we can acquire this proper vision, everything is going to be very, very beautiful, and we're going to be in a really good position. And this is a really encouraging message for us. And as we listen more and more the message of our gurus, we can see how positive and really encouraging us all the time, giving so many positive things. And it's up to us to accept the positive and to keep our line in this really positive and sweet process. And the association with the devotees is very essential. And I'm here with the association of a good brother that we can keep up together. more or less this.
Yes, dear brother, Ramsundar Prabhu.
Dandavat Maharaj, Dandavat all the dear devotees. Well, I guess something that's been in my contemplation while, we're attempting to do some service and something useful was, I think maybe it was from the last Zoom where maybe it was also Kumkum who said it, or we were just reading it, that Guru Maharaj was saying that you're a foreigner to the own wealth and necessity of your heart. And that's really been playing repeatedly in my head whatever I'm doing recently. That just hasn't left for whatever reason. I've been thinking about that a lot. And it also reminds me of the Guru Maharaj in Golden Volcano. He's, I think in this context, he's in the mood of the Lord as he does, as Maharaj mentions many times. Guru Maharaj will take on the mood of the Lord or the devotee, etc. But he's saying that in the mood of the Lord, that the Lord is thinking, shall I just come and, or it's in the context of what makes Mahaprabhu the most magnanimous avatar of the Lord and the most merciful, is that he's coming with what he considers valuable for distribution, his own consideration of this as real wealth, that he's bringing that. So Guru Maharaj is saying he's bringing his own coin for distribution, not just glass chips or some sand or something like that. I think he uses the word glass chips in that context. So those have been kind of linked together. I've been thinking about those. And also that what we just read from the Upadesamrtam, that also is kind of in a sort of a loop for me, that if you leave this campaign, then what are you going to aspire for? Just the mortal world, because that's your only option. If you leave this, then you just have the mortal world to aspire after. And I like that Guru Maharaj, no, never. So that also reminds me of the 10th offense too, that you're getting all this inconceivable advice that you should proceed in this direction towards your real heart's inner, necessity, and not be convinced by all of this mortality, basically, that the senses and the mind are always trying to convince you this is what you want, but, it's all illusion. And that reminds me of one more thing that Gurudev, I think maybe in Revealed Truth or Affectionate Guidance, that he's saying that we always are giving our respect to Maya, but we're never believing her suggestion. Because, our respect, because she can easily take you down if she wants. So you can't be in a challenging mood. So we give our respect, but whatever she's suggesting, just leave aside and proceed. So I guess that's more or less the contemplation while we're attempting to do something of use.
And it's so nice and really help to have the association Bimal here. We miss you. Come more and more. We need you. We need you always, our dear Bimal Krishna Prabhu.
Me and Leela Moy can build your own house here.
We cannot live without you anymore, Bimal. Yeah.
One thing also too, the video this morning that Leela Moy Prabhu was talking about, some part that the question was saying if the guru or the disciple is ignorant of the fact that the guru is fallen, and Guru Maharaj also making a more of a heavy point that ignorance is not an excuse, is what Guru Maharaj said. So just to add to that.
And this is in the context that Gurudev, Srila Guru Maharaj would also say, we must come forward, but with our eyes open. We're on the spiritual journey, and we must be careful all along. And yes, and Guru Maharaj was clarifying many realistic, practical incidents or circumstances which were taking place. And this is really something important in the sense that those questions that were coming to Guru Maharaj during that time, they were sort of life or death questions by the devotees, means the necessity to have a shelter, even when we see that the shelter that we've somehow come to has slipped away, no longer a shelter. What do we do? And then this brings up many aspects. And Guru Maharaj always trying to get us to see we must not point fingers anywhere. We must always look to our own self. And even in the case of gurus falling down, then Guru Maharaj must say, yes, you must think that you are responsible. Your karma, your being not up to the standard devotee, this has been taken by him, from so many. And so this is the cause, and we should not be pointing fingers because of them. I am no longer this or no longer that. We have to keep up our own vitality, and Guru Maharaj is keeping up the vitality of the devotees through his perfect guidance. And some of it may seem very strong and heavy, but it is honest and it is for our proper guidance. And we must always go on the plane of honesty. Many wake-up messages are there. Come forward with our eyes open, and every circumstance is beneficial. And as maybe all of you have heard before, we felt, some of us who kind of survived those days, felt that after some time, we said, well, we've just been on a crash course of guru and disciple. That the senior devotees from the other, from ISKCON, we were in ISKCON, and we had leading sannyasi devotees flying out to rescue us back to ISKCON. And then, we're very junior, and we're grateful to all of those devotees who got us started, got our surrender started by us not engaging in the things we shouldn't be doing and engaging in the right path. But then we can also see that what have they got from the reality of the journey as given by Guru Maharaj, for the relation of a guru and a disciple, and what is the process of devotional advancement, the devotional journey. So it was a crash course, and I'm mentioning that because Leela Moipa was saying how Guru Maharaj says that every circumstance we must see it is good for us, it's necessary for us. And it was a very quick and hard way for us all to learn. But under that solid shelter of Guru Maharaj, and then presently and always, but presently more prominently, Srila Gurudev, then able to get some perspective of the journey, the reality of the journey of Krishna consciousness. The train, the engine on the front of the train may leave the tracks, but we still need some engine to keep the train going, the carriage is going forwards. Hare Krishna. That's not Guru Maharaj's example. Govinda, Govinda. Yes, Gurudev's videos, Srila Prabhupada's videos. Don't neglect Srila Prabhupada's videos. Don't neglect any of their videos. We're not, we're not saying, oh, only Srila Prabhupada, but really we see some of Srila Prabhupada's videos. And something noticeable for our family, I think very much, is Srila Prabhupada's affectionate side to the devotees. Many kind of hidden affectionate expressions, which so much we can relate to Gurudev and Guru Maharaj, so much we see Gurudev and Guru Maharaj in Srila Prabhupada. Really, and similarly, it's through Srila Prabhupada that we came. We came to Srila Guru Maharaj, and there is that purity and everything of Srila Prabhupada. We came to Srila Gurudev, there is that. So it's all interrelated. In Srila Gurudev, in Srila Prabhupada, we see Guru Maharaj, we see Gurudev. In Gurudev, we see Srila Prabhupada, Srila Guru Maharaj. In Srila Guru Maharaj, we see Srila Prabhupada and Srila Gurudev. It's all interrelated, but the fact is that Srila Gurudev and Srila Prabhupada will both immediately say, yes, but the head, here is who we are getting our life from. Here is our senior. And Srila Prabhupada will say, senior godbrother. And of course, Srila Gurudev will say, my Gurudev. But Srila Guru Maharaj is the carrier from Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And then that has been carried all over the world by Srila Prabhupada and personified in Srila Gurudev. Hare Krishna, Mahajans, 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan. And I was trying to think of some proper expression for like the 3 Goswamis of the 20th century. I don't know what it is. The 3 Goswamis, the 3 conquerors of the Western world. In that context, but we can't leave out Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. We can't leave out Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. In that context. So then you've got 5. You've got 5. We'll have to think about this a little bit. Okay, who's hiding? Confess. Who's hiding on the bottom of my screen? I'm on the phone and it doesn't show the names of the last people on the phone. It always cuts it off. Ishwan is in Naza. Or maybe it's Savitri with the phone off, yes. Savitri is hiding. In Vila Govinda, Savitri from Switzerland came to Vila Govinda. And she's rendering valuable service. And Ishwarananda Prabhu has come here to London and is rendering valuable service. This is our young generation coming up. The world needs a good young generation. Take note. Young ones, it also needs you older ones, don't worry. The world definitely needs new up-and-coming generation. Any last comment from anyone? I have to say, our hour does seem to have gone by quite fast today. Sometimes it really does. Hare Krishna. Okay, well, by the way, today is a day, or maybe, anyway, we did cover this earlier on some, to Ukraine, yes. Today is really quite a drama day of incidents that have happened with devotees around the world, and a day of coming and going and dying and all these things. So always this is surrounding us in this world is birth and death, old age and disease. Surrounding us in this world is the fortunate coming into the path of Krishna consciousness, the unfortunate leaving the path of Krishna consciousness. And we must try to continue. And virtue is its own reward. We must try to keep on going without expecting that I'm going to get something very soon. That I am on the real path, searching for the truth is its own reward. With this capital, we must go forward. We are searching after truth, eliminating falsehood, dismissing all scent, fragrance of falsehood. We are going forward. That is the reward. Such virtue is its own reward. And I hope that this from Srila Guru Maharaj may help the heart of a devotee today. Hare Krishna. Okay, so we better continue in this world. We are in this world. Make the most. We have a great treasure with us. Let us make the most of that. Govinda, Govinda. And I see in the chat box, oh, I see Sevarupa has given the written form of the magnanimity quote given by Ramsundar Prabhu today. Yes, why? Oh, this is actually Leela Moy Prabhu gave this. This is about the Lord has come. Why will he give stone chips or broken glass? He'll give in his own coin. Yes, wonderful. All right, so this positive and progressive thought, and may we each support each other and keep our journey continuing in the association of each other. This is very important. We know that. All right. So, dear ones, Jai Srila Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Sanda Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Jai Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rokha Kshidhar Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. And Jai Srila Bhakti Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur ki Jai. Shri Rupa Nuga Guru Vaga ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki Jai. Vishwarenya Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki Jai. All the assembled devotees ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda ki Jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai. Nitai Gaura Premanandi. Hari Hari Bo. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.
Jai Srila Bhakti Madhusudan Maharaj ki Jai.
Govinda Govinda. And maybe Haridev Prabhu joined us. I'm not sure if that's his passport name is there. Maybe Haridev Prabhu joined us on Facebook also. We do remember him very much. He's doing young generation, doing valuable service too in Salt Lake City. Anyway, appreciation, young and old, all who are continuing. Jai Gurudev, Jai Guru Maharaj. Ami Ashchi.